David Rockefeller in the New York Times praising the biggest mass murderer in history and saying, we need communism for a community of purpose. That's a quote. And when the John Birch Society would run around freaking out about it, or others, they would be called traitors by William F. Buckley and the CIA on record run National Review. Because how do you control opposition? You lead it. Well, I'm going to tell all the CIA people on the right something. You're going to be set up and brought down once the controlled left comes in. The globalists everywhere put the left in. They use the Hegelian dialectic of left-right, but in the final countdown, they will long knife every single libertarian or conservative traitor that opens the gates. You're going to lose everything, fools. Oh, yeah, the CIA fat cats, how they make a bunch of money working with communist Chinese generals, using Chinese as slaves to make the cheapest goods in the world to leverage the planet and take over. And now they've done it. America's betrayed. We're deindustrialized. They told the CIA people and the technocrats, oh, we'll keep the super high-tech stuff here. We'll only give the medium tech to Japan and to China and others. They've sold all of it out, folks. MIT came out last year with DARPA and said there's no way to regain the industrial base or the high-tech base. It's been lost. The U.S. is over. And they did that to make the elite that isn't traitors give up. And they're all being told, all the billionaires, everybody, you play ball with the New World Order world government that's going to be based out of Europe. You supply military troops and robots to it, and we'll let you live. You really think an elite like that's going to let you live when they'd finally drop the hammer? Ray, Gator, Hope, Blair, we're going to you. We want to hear what you think about this situation. There's been a proxy war going on in Ukraine this whole year. Is this new provocation real? Probably not. It's a bunch of hype to escalate what? What do you do with people with nukes? What do you do the Russians pour in to take control of their area the West is trying to steal? Again, they expect Russia to stand down. Russia is not going to stand down. They're just trying to win the propaganda war right now with their own lies. I want my country back. I don't want Russians running it, and I don't want George Soros, a Nazi collaborator banker, running it. All you want to call me a traitor, some of you out there, you neocons, because I'm against nuking Russia, all because you're mad that your great-granddaddy got kicked out or your grandfather got kicked out, the entire neocon movement founded by Trotskyites, kicked out by Stalin. You think you're going to reconquer Russia? And the great dream of 1917, you got a bunch of Americans going over there in 1917, taking over Russia. Then the Russians kick out the Americans, send them back. They come over here, set up the neocon movement. And that's who runs this country, a bunch of communists. Ray in Poland, you're on the air. What is your breakdown on this?
You know, I don't really know much about everything in the situation, but I completely agree with what you're saying. And the most craziest thing that I think about here, since I've been in Poland, because I was born in California and raised in Texas, is that here in Poland is just as crazy as it is there in America, because the people here have no idea what's going on. They don't even have two thoughts towards the idea of what's happening right next door in Ukraine. I was in the Ukraine, and I lived there for a couple of months, and it's like Eastern Ukraine is completely Russian, and Western Ukraine is completely, it's either Ukrainian or it's Polish. And in the western part of Ukraine, there's no sense of regulation, and you can see it because in the western part of Ukraine, it's like slums, kind of. It's not really nice. The cities are kind of broken down. Buildings are very old. But as you go back towards the eastern part of Ukraine, it's really nice. The cities are very clean, very, very hospitable, very nice there. And here in Poland, the people get the same messed up news, no truth, because they get the same thing that MSNBC.
Exactly. They get German news as well. And expanding on that, for people that understand, the political class wants to take all the people's land and infrastructure who are Russian. So for the political class in the poorer western part, they want to rob the East. that has infrastructure, everything. I mean, that's what's going on here. I mean, Russia at one time had one of their capitals in what's eastern Ukraine right now. But again, we're cursed by knowing the facts. God bless you. Appreciate the call. Let's talk to Gator in North Carolina, then Hope, Blair, and others. You lived in Ukraine. What's your breakdown on this?
Yeah, some time ago when I was there professionally in the media business for a couple of years, lived in Kiev. We still have family there in eastern Ukraine, some of which have had to send their children away to safety in Russia, actually, to keep from being bombed. The consensus is among family and friends back there is a lot of people in the know and that have any kind of sense to them understand that this is all completely U.S. promulgated event. They understand that this is CIA manipulation. When I was there, I did experience firsthand encounters with the underground Nazi movement there, though. It is very...
I want to hear about this. The vice president who our government put in, that Soros put in, literally Heils Hitler, for those that don't know. And these are real Nazis, folks. They worked with Hitler in World War II. We'll be right back. Stay there, Gator. And we'll go to Hope and Blair.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Blockit Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
Clean water at home, clean water at the office, clean water on the go. The Berkey Guy has a Berkey water filtration model for anywhere you are and one that fits any budget. Thousands of satisfied customers can't be wrong. For free shipping within the U.S., go to goberkey.com or call 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653. Helping thousands prepare since 2005, goberkey.com.
In today's unstable environment, self-protection is critical. Civil unrest, riots, looting, it's happening now, right here in the United States, and your rights are at risk. If passed, H.R. 5344 would ban Level 3 and above body armor. Cady Armor is standing up for you. We offer the most affordable Level 3 body armor on the market. Cady Level 3 armor withstands pistol and rifle hits up to 7.62 NATO. Get yours at CadyArmor.com. That's C-A-T-I Armor.com. Cady Armor. Come and take it.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to generate an endless supply of natural silver solutions. Silverlungs.com. You'll find no wild claims or pseudoscience, just a lifetime of nano-sized pure silver solutions. The Silver Lungs generator allows you to make your own, so stop paying for silver solutions. The unique lung delivery system targets respiratory infections where other silver solutions simply cannot reach. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at silverlungs.com. That's silverlungs.com.
Americans, prepare for financial ruin. That is what one of the world's richest men, Donald Trump, said just a few weeks ago. What are you doing to prepare? The problems that caused the last financial crisis were never fixed. In fact, they're even worse now. The total amount of debt in the U.S. has grown by more than 57% since September 2008. The too big to fail banks are much larger, and the massive derivatives bubble is spiraling so far out of control that the only thing left to do is watch the spectacular crash landing that is inevitably coming. If you're a baby boomer with retirement funds, it's time you consider exiting the Wall Street casino and start a cash-flowing international business of your own. There may be ways to preserve your wealth, but history has shown that few things can grow your wealth like having your own business. The crash is coming. Take measures now to soften the landing. Go to babyboomerbackupplan.com or call 888-507-8789. That's babyboomerbackupplan.com.
Your own personal
Alex Jones here, back live.
Jesus.
Gator, you're saying you have family in eastern Ukraine. You've worked there. Recapping, you said they've had to send their children out of the country into Russia. For those that just joined us, they're announcing that Russia has attacked Ukraine and invaded. And they've been saying this over and over again. The truth is the West has overthrown Ukraine, is trying to take Russian infrastructure that's always been there, Russian ports, Russian pipelines. That is not an endorsement of everything Russia does to say it's wrong for us to start a war with them. Again, this is not Iraq that's being picked on by Wall Street. And by the way, it's Wall Street folks financing taking your guns. It's Wall Street creating the culture of the NSA. It's these foreign banks that have sold us that they're Americana, that run our country, that are trying to start an economic and physical war with Russia. I'm ranting. Gator, go ahead and make your point about the first-hand run-in with the neo-Nazis that run the Ukrainian government.
Yeah, it was, while there, I mean, it was, a lot of it was underground and kept underground, and obviously it's come from underground and it's running the show now, but when there, I mean, I encountered it firsthand, and having to actually intervene on the downtown street, Krishyatik in downtown Kiev in broad daylight with some guys attacking a Hasidic Jew and in just broad daylight, walking up to him randomly, starting to beat him down in the street. So I had to intervene in that situation. That's when I really came to learn, started to investigate and see how prolific the Nazi movement was there. People understand who Joe Biden's son is over there. They understand what's going on with control.
Yeah, for those that don't know, he just got control of all this Russian gas that the Ukrainian government is just saying is his now. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the Ukrainian people, a lot of them, a large portion of them, especially ones we know, understand that this whole thing is engineered by the CIA and by the United States and the Britons to try to coax Russia into a war. And that basically is the bottom line. They know they're doing it. They're using the neo-Nazis to slaughter all of the people that are not loyalists to the Nazi Party, to the Nazi movement, and who just want to be free and be left alone and maintain their sovereignty and their good relations with Russia. And those people have to be exterminated, kind of like all the Christians in Syria need to be exterminated.
And there's a problem because half of Ukraine or more is allied with Russia and has Russian ethnicity. This is not something that they're ever going to win. Again, what does NATO think they're going to do? Start a nuclear war with Russia?
Exactly.
I appreciate your call. God bless you. I mean, our government funded ISIS and turned them loose and is now fighting them. It's not our government. And I want to explain, the average cop, the average FBI agent, even the average person in the CIA, because I've talked to them, is completely freaked out as well. And they know the government's going for broke. The people that have hijacked our government are doing things so reckless, it's scaring everybody. Because this is how you destroy the planet. I mean, this is so reckless. And it's not a moral high ground. It's so evil. It's global domination. Messing with 170 million Russians with high-tech weapons. It's just, it's madness. We're going to go to break and come back with Blair and come back with Hope and Darius and Kevin and others. I just want to remind folks that we'll also be covering a lot of other news. Ebola outbreak is the worst than he ever feared, says the UN. We have huge news on that front, as many as 20,000 now infected. This is a big deal. We're going to be covering that. 18 signs that Obama administration is openly hostile to the military. CDC whistleblower, I knew about this a few weeks ago, but it's breaking now, has come out and said, no, they faked all the numbers on MMR. They know vaccines are hurting people. Before I end this hour, please remember we're listener-supported. You get a PrisonPlanet.tv membership, and 11 people can use it. And to see the nightly news and all my films and support the tip of the spear in the First Amendment, PrisonPlanet.tv and InfoWarsStore.com. We have all the great vitamins and minerals, cutting-edge supplements, and InfoWarsLife.com. Please support us so we can try to get the word out.
In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operations.
You let the worst people get control and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. block free podcast and video feed. Imperative, destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun and you can feel it.